Be up, guys. Welcome to this, the Buzz special Ashes cricket one. After we lost 4-1 in the Ashes. What a surprise, eh? We knew it was coming. I think we all knew it was coming. Never to be 3-2. And to be honest, what the fuck would it have mattered if we lost 3-2? No, we still lost it. We were still second best. And it's fucking annoying. It's fucking annoying, guys, that it's that bad. Probably the worst England side we've had for a while as well. It's not good, is it? Let's be honest. Apparently, we were told they had talent, this lot, and they're ready for the Ashes. They were prepared. Or if you go by what McCullum says, over-prepared. They were fucking over-prepared. Yeah, fucking right. And for you, it goes to you, McCullum, fuck off. And fucking take Stokes with you, as far as I'm concerned. Because I'm not having it. It's not good enough. It's an absolute shambles of an Ashes. Everyone gives a great chance. Oh, look, Australia second. They're not the greatest team. They're out without all these big players. They're second. They're not a great team anymore. We should lose. We should really smash them lot. Go over there and win. Well, Stuart Broad kept saying it, didn't he? And yeah, Stuart Broad, what a good player as well. Great player for us. Great bowler. Fantastic bowler, and he's at one stage great with the bat. But what happened to him? He slowly disappeared out from the fucking thing, didn't he? What he was saying? Oh, Australia are not the best. They're not the best Australia side. We're facing here. What a great chance! But they're still fucking a good team, though. Do not underestimate the fucking Aussies. Do never underestimate the Aussies. You just cannot. Even if they haven't got the best side in the world. I mean, they still got some good players there. And they were without their captain, don't forget, their talisman, Cummins, who played one test, came back, half fit apparently, and still fucking annihilated England with the ball and everything, you know. A fucking half-fit Pat Cummins can still fucking destroy England. Yeah, right. That shows you, doesn't it? Tells you everything. And, but then when he wasn't there, he had Steve Smith. As much as you say you don't like the guy and some of what he's done, and we all know that business before the ball tampering stuff, and, him and, the rest of them should be embarrassed with what they did there, But okay, they're cheating. They're cheats. You can say they're cheats, but they want to win by any means possible. That is what it is. England won't do that. We won't do that. We just won't. And yeah, you can hate them for what they've done. The Carey thing with Bairstow in that last Ashes in England. You can say all that. But they do it. They win by any means possible, and they don't give a fuck about what it is. If they're shamed or people blasting them or writing them off, giving them a load of verbals or shit in the paper, whatever. They don't give a fuck. They won it. They want to win. They want to win it, and we don't. And that's the plain, simple matter of it. We are not fucking winners. We don't. We'd rather just play by the rules, be nicey, friendly, and just be second best and say, oh well, we gave it all our best. We done our best, 100%. Who gives a shit? We lost, but we played by the rules. We done it all by the book, So fuck off, That is stupid. That is an outdated opinion and attitude to have. And but as I say, they still got the players there. Steve Smith, still a great player, no matter what you say about him. And Mitchell Stark, who still managed to play the whole fucking 5 tests in the Ashes, despite probably being fucking shot to pieces and knackered. We're playing the whole 5, but still the best fucking bowler in the actual test, in the actual Ashes. And he's still, coming out on top, got all those wickets, and I was fucking brilliant still. And a lot of our bowlers didn't match up to that. And we were told, oh, look, we've got really rapid fire bowlers, really quick. Wood, Archer. And Wood lasted one test match and he was off again, injured. He was gone. So we didn't have him for the rest of the Ashes. Yeah, but Jofra Archery, yeah, I thought he was great most of the time. A lot of really quick bowling. And look what he done with the bat as well. He showed up some of the higher, the top order with his batting. He was fucking superb down there. Partnerships with Stokes and whatever, what he done there. So I thought he was great as well, Jofra Archery. He was a real positive, actually. Shame he was ruled out for the rest of it and played, 3, I think, in the end. The last 2 he was ruled out of and had to go home. But I actually thought he was one of the positives, along with Josh Tongue, and why the fuck wasn't he in from the start? He showed what he can do with the ball, and you could say he's one more inexperienced bowler. He's a young guy, but he come through. He played in his last 2 or 3, and the last two, I should say, and he was brilliant with the ball. He showed them all up. These other lot bowlers, and I think Brian Cast was a bit scattergun, but he still got a lot of wickets. He still kept running in. I don't think Matthew Potts was that great. We didn't have, apparently the frontline spinner last year, we never played him. We never played him whatsoever. I know we brought in Will Jacks, who's supposed to be an all-rounder, a fucking part-time shit spinner, basically, really, who couldn't do it, couldn't bowl them out. And they had a guy brought in called, Bo Webster, another all-rounder, apparently a part-time spinner, and still fucking spun us out, still got us out. That's still... How can they do it and bring in a spinner like that apparently he's a part-time spinner and still get all those wickets? And when we try it, we don't. They're fucking useless. And it's not good enough with us, and we keep failing. It's not right. And we'll be going to a big debate about this, and I've got the guest waiting, of course. He's waiting patiently there, Warren. I'll bring him on very soon, but I just want to go through one article that's sad article to begin with here. It's actually not to do with cricket, but just want to bring this up, and some sad news today that Terry Yorath has passed away, age 75. So we've lost yet another legend of the game has passed, and very sad. The last few days, of course, Martin Chivers had yesterday. That was really horrible as well. Sad news. And now this guy as well. Of course, wasn't in the news for quite a while because obviously he was manager of Wales for quite a while as well. And a pretty decent, a very good footballer. Obviously, his daughter, as we all know, Gabby Logan, presents Match of the Day and other things, many other things she presents. A former gymnast as well, she was. So they kept it in the family a bit, the sporting talent. But this really sad news. And former Leeds United and Wales midfielder Terry Yorath has died at the age of 75 following a short illness. Yorath scored 11 goals in 199 appearances for Leeds. His first professional club in a 9-year spell from from 1967. He won the First Division title with Leeds in 1974 and earned the runners-up medal in the FA Cup, European Cup and Cup Winners' Cup. He played 59 times for Wales, 42 as captain, before leading them to the brink of the 1994 World Cup finals as manager, only to see his team beaten 2-1 by Romania in their final qualifier. Yorath had spells as a player with Coventry City, Tottenham Hotspur, Vancouver Whitecaps and Bradford City, before finishing his playing career with a solitary appearance for Swansea City. The father of BBC Sport presenter Gabby Logan, Yorath was a player coach at Bradford on the day of the Valley Parade fire in 1985, which killed 56 fans and injured 270. In addition to Gabby, Yorath had 3 other children, Daniel, Louise and Jordan. In 1992, Daniel died aged 15 from the genetic heart condition hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Sorry. It's not easy to say, is it? It's a bit of a tongue twister, that. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Oh, well, forget it, guys, forget it. I'm not saying it. I'm not drunk, by the way, but I just fucking can't say that. While playing football at home with his father. To most, he was a revered footballing hero. But to us, he was a dad, a quiet, kind and gentle man. Our hearts are broken, but we take comfort knowing that he will be reunited with our brother Daniel. Yorath's children said in a statement, Gabby was presenting Match of the Day on Wednesday night, but left during the broadcast and was replaced by Mark Chapman, who said his co-host had to leave for a family emergency. After hanging up his boots, Yorath moved into management and had spells in charge of Swansea, Wales, Bradford, Cardiff, Lebanon, Sheffield Wednesday and Margate. He steered Swansea to promotion from the 4th Division in 1988 before almost guiding Wales to her first World Cup finals since 1958. He had great leadership qualities. Former Wales and Cardiff striker Nathan Blake told Radio Wales Breakfast he expected a lot of professionalism, but you could have a joke with him. He could wind you up. He was a fatherly figure. Players like Kevin Ratcliffe and Ian Rush had huge respect for him. Leeds United said they were devastated to hear of Yorath's passing, adding, our thoughts and deepest sympathies are with Terry's family, friends and former teammates at this incredibly sad time. Yorath managed Wales for 41 games and led them to 16 victories, including wins against Italy and Brazil. The thoughts of everyone connected to the association are with Terry's family, friends and loved ones. The Football Association of Wales posted on X, former Bradford striker Dean Windass wrote on X, sad news, great man and a gentleman, thoughts go to his family, RIP. He was a fantastic person with a great family, former Man United and Wales midfielder Clayton Blackmore told Radio Wales Breakfast. He was proud of all his kids, like Gabby Logan. I think that's all you can ask for as an adult. He was a fantastic guy and he'll be sadly missed. First Minister of Wales, Eluned Morgan said, football fans across Wales will never forget his feats as a player and especially as our national coach. Yorath spent 44 games in charge of Margate FC, who posted on X, our thoughts are with the friends and family of Terry at this difficult time. And I totally echo all of that. Very sad to see this happen. We've been obviously out of the limelight, the spotlight for quite a while now, but was never forgotten, obviously. And I'll bring Warren on now to hear his thoughts about him and so forth. And then we'll obviously go into this shambles of an Ashes for England and the Inquest and everything. Debate which we'll go into in a bit of a rant again at some stage, I'm sure. But anyway, big up to you, buddy. What do you make of this man dying at age 75, great legend of the game?
Well, he was a great legend of the game, mate. And I remember seeing him play at Highbury many years ago in a League Cup match. A game which Arsenal won by 7-0. But he was quality, mate.
Yeah.
You know, and a proper gentleman as well. And always gave 100%. You know, I remember sitting in the stand with my dad. I think I was about 11, and he was pointing him out to me. He goes, "Watch him." And he said to me, his name's Terry Yorath. He plays for Wales. He's an excellent player. And he was brilliant. But sadly for him that night, but not for me and for Arsenal, he was overshadowed by the legend, which is Liam Brady.
Oh, yeah.
He just absolutely run the show. He was, like I said to you in that message, mate, he was unplayable that night. I think he might have scored 2 goals and set up about 4 of the other ones. It's just outrageous. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Leeds at that point were on the decline, it's fair to say. But he was a class act, mate. Absolute class act. Played for a great football club, an institution.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Leeds will do something for him this weekend, I would have thought, in the next fixture. Because I'm sure that a lot of the Leeds fans, especially the old school ones, who are my age or around my age, will remember him fondly, and they'll want him. They'll want to be him to be respected in an appropriate manner.
Yeah, funny. I remember him more of a manager, mate. To be honest, as a player, I didn't see much of him as a player, but I knew he was a real talent, a great player. So, but I knew him more for his management, and he was great manager. Of course, took Wales to, as they say, to the brink of the '94 World Cup finals, nearly getting there.
Yeah.
And yeah, be up to you, Rich. By the way, well done, Brentford last night. Big match tonight. Yeah, was it Arsenal Liverpool? Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if you know, Rich. Though we're talking about cricket today, mate. So I don't know. I hope you're still able to stay with us in this live chat, because it's not football. So this is only like. So obviously wanted to do this as a tribute to the man, another great legend going. Of course, Martin Chivers passed away yesterday. Very sad that as well, Warren. He went as well. Another great player, another great skill. I do remember him more as a player as well, Martin Chivers, because probably more towards the end of his career, I see him.
Yeah, because I was talking to Mick about him last night, about Martin Chivers, and I had the feeling that he played for Norwich, right? And he did. And it didn't get mentioned anywhere. He was, I think he was at Norwich for about a season. So Mick was saying. So, yeah, he was a great player, mate. And good international career as well.
He was.
But I remember, I didn't know that Terry Yorath ended up managing down at Margate.
Well, no, I didn't either. But you go from one end of the spectrum to the other. One end of the spectrum to another.
Non-league team. I've been to their ground a couple of times down the years. But, more gone to Margate really for the seaside attractions.
The Jolly Boys out, you know. Yeah, Only Fools and Horses. Oh, that was brilliant. I love that one.
Yeah.
When they go to Margate, fucking brilliant. That is so funny. But yeah, as you say, I didn't realise that either. But Yeah. So, but obviously we know what we are on here really to talk about. So I will move on from that. But R.I.P. Terry, and to the rest of thoughts and condolences and prayers go out to the family. It's a sad time.
Exactly.
Of course, to Gabby, she had to leave, obviously, the match of the day last night earlier. Gabby Logan. So thoughts go with her as well and the rest of the family. So we move on from a bit of sad news to even more sad news. And the Ashes, Warren. Absolute fucking shambles, mate.
Well,
Really?
I'm staggered that anyone actually thought that England had a chance. I mean, do you know what I mean? I mean, they did better than what I thought they would. I thought they were going to come home with a 5-0 thrashing on their TV, to be honest.
So did I.
But they managed to win a test. It's just not good enough, is it? I mean,
it's not.
It's an absolute shambles. And
yeah,
I've heard on good authority that the Aussie cricket public were just laughing at England about how poor they were.
I blame them. Of course they were.
I feel actually quite sorry for their fans as well, because they paid good money to go and watch a contest, and it was an annihilation.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it would have been 5-0, definitely, if they'd gone into that fourth test with the right attitude. Because at the end of the third test, when they had actually won the urn, I heard Cummins turn around and said, "Yeah, well, we've won it now, so we can relax a bit."
Yeah.
Right? Now, the other factor is that, right, for 95% of that series, England were playing more or less half a first team and half a reserve team, because the bowling attack was like stripped of its 3 best bowlers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? If they'd all been playing for all 5 tests, I think England would have lost that 5-0. And I think they would have come away with a couple of innings defeats, which is the ultimate humiliation. But to get done by an innings is just like, that is you can't get any worse than that, to lose by an innings.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, it's pathetic, mate. I mean, 5-0 would have been even worse, but, you know, they've been humiliated like that. Probably better teams than this have been humiliated 5-0 by the Aussies in the past, and probably better an Aussie team than this one. We kept being told, well, they're easy. They're the second best, second string Australia. We're going to annihilate them. We're going to win this easily. I always knew that wasn't the case, Warren. I always fucking knew that, didn't you?
Well, yeah. And I'll tell you something else. That was like probably one of the biggest reasons they did lose that series. Yeah. Because whatever fucking idiot come out of that, they need to be fucking gagged and put in fucking Tower of London and not be let out again.
Yeah,
because like, what bigger motivation do you need than to hear them saying that? I mean, if Australia, when they come over here in 18 months, right? If Pat Cummins comes out and says, "Yeah, we're going to smash them all over the place when we go at it," but he won't do that because he's not stupid. But if they did, what bigger motivation could it be for the England team to like put them to the sword than to hear them say that? It's just like, once again, it's like English sport being arrogant and thinking that they're the dog's bollocks, and they're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, where's all this madness coming from? Look at the results in the previous 18 months. They drew at home with India. They drew at home with Australia. They got smashed in India Was it 4-1?
Yeah, I think it's 4-1. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Why did they think? Oh, what was the grounds for them thinking that they were going to go out there and destroy this team? I just don't understand where it's all coming from.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Do you know what I mean? But to be honest, fair, Steve, they deserved it. They did deserve it. They were far superior to England in every single department.
Exactly.
Far superior. And a lot of it, I think, has got to do with mentality.
Mm. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And there's something not right with the mentality of that team.
Mm. Well, where does it stem from, though? Does it come from the coach? Because the coach wants, it's like a holiday for him. It's a jolly up. He's saying, well, I love being with us, with England, because we go to travel to many places and it's good fun. But no, you're there to fucking win things, you cunt. And I'm sorry apologise for the swearing, but you're there to fucking win things, you fucking wanker.
I know.
Sorry, fucking sheep shagger. Sorry, no, sorry.
It's a job, mate.
New Zealander, you know, but he's there to win things, Warren.
But you're there to do a job. It's not about going out and having a jolly up. And I've said this to you before, Steve. I think a lot of those players think that's what it's about. They're just there for the junket, for the jolly up, for the beers. I mean, that thing in Nasser, what was it, Nasser they went to?
Noosa, yeah.
Noosa, yeah. That just proves it. All that fucking shenanigans. Whoever thought about doing that, they need to be sacked. And that article by Aggers was spot on what he was saying in that article, right? About whoever it is who organised that tour needs to be sacked. And Sir Geoffrey's right as well on your thumbnail. He's got Sir Geoffrey Boycott calls for Brendan McCullum to be sacked after Ashley's failure. And because he's still not accepting that things were done wrong. He needs to go, mate. 100%. He's been defiant. Well, I'm sorry, mate. It's not acceptable. And his boss needs to go as well.
Yeah.
If it was down to me, the whole fucking lot of them would go. And that fucking picture of him, he looks like fucking that DT dickhead.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He needs to fucking go. Yeah. Get him out. Right? Why is it that he's doing that role?
I don't know.
Why is it not? I don't understand why we haven't got a certain ex-player doing that role. And you know what I'm going to say.
Well, yeah, of course. And I totally agree with you.
To be honest, Steve, no, I don't want him doing that role. Yeah. I want him to be the head of the ECB. Like the top dog, no one over the top of him. The only person that would be answerable to is the Minister for Sport, and that is it.
Yeah.
Because this is a shit show, and this has been going on for years. Yeah. Look at England's record in Australia, mate. I think, in my memory, I can only ever remember England winning out there twice.
Yeah, it's 2011, of course. 1986. 1986 was the last one.
Exactly. That's like that is fucking outrageous.
And
we
had a great team.
We've beaten them twice at home in that period as well. So they always have got at it over us, and that for me. I know the Aussies have got a really strong sporting mentality, and sport is really strong. It's a strong part of their culture.
And they want to win. They do it at any cost. They win at any fucking cost, which England don't do.
They've got a really strong sporting culture.
Mm.
They have, like, it's like really important, and it's like a outdoor society, like, because the climate's a lot better, but it's got nothing to do with the climate. It's to do with their mentality and the way they look at sport. Do you know what I mean? Because they're ultra competitive. Do you know what I mean? And I just think English cricket needs to take a long, hard look at itself, because this is not acceptable. And then you've got Ben Stokes, that comment about weak men in the dressing room. This dressing room is no place for weak men. But there's part of me that agrees with him. That dressing room should be a place for weak men. But he's the fucking weakest one out of the lot of them.
Exactly. Well, a fucking hypocrite, I thought. To come out of all that bollocks, you know.
And then all that shit about old has-beens and whatnot.
Yeah.
I remember seeing...
Fucking sip his mouth. He's like fucking sippy. But without the fucking sip. Somebody has forgot to put a sip on his mouth. And he should shut the fuck up. And I think he should go as well. I don't want him there anymore, Warren. I mean, the guy falls apart anyway. He can never fucking stay fit. You got a guy who's what 35, 36 in Mitchell Stark, can play the whole fucking lot of the Ashes and not get injured. Probably fucking on his last legs, knackered. But he's fucking still bowls better than fucking anyone and better than Stokes. And got all those wickets.
I know, mate, and you're 100% right. You are. And look at Stokes' scores. Do you want me to read out what Stokes got?
Yeah, go on, mate. Yeah.
I'm collating some statistics, Steve.
Yeah,
right, for this series, and then I'm going to publish them. Right?
That's fine, man. Go for it.
So, in the first test, where is he? Yeah, he got 6. He got 6 runs in the first innings and he got done by Stark. Second innings, he got 2 and got bowled by Stark again. Right? So that's 8. In the second test, he got run out and had 19 runs.
Yeah.
In the second innings, he got 50 and got done by Nessa.
Yeah,
third innings, the third test, he got bowled by Stark again. This time, he got a reasonable 83, I suppose.
Yeah, he got 83, yeah. It was his highest one in the Ashes, highest score, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then the second innings, he got done by Lyon for 5.
Yeah.
Right? In the fourth test, right, he got 16 in the first innings.
Yeah.
And then in the second innings, he got bowled by Carey. So he got bowled by Stark and caught by Carey for 2.
Mm.
And then in this most recent test, he was out for a duck and caught, bowled by Stark and caught by Carey again. In the first inning. And then in the second innings, he got out for 1 after being bowled by Webster and caught by Smith.
Yeah. He got about being half fit, but so fucking what? You're still there to produce an innings. You've still got to play. In case, just because you got an injury, you still have to carry on.
Still on the pitch? Do you know haven't they got a 12th man? Have I misunderstood this, Steve? But they have not taken him off and put someone else on.
Well, no, you can't have a substitute, Warren. It's not like football, I'm afraid. But unfortunately, but they talked about having substitutes in cricket when somebody's hurt, but it's never happened. You used to have a runner as well when you had a.
Yeah, I remember doing that at school.
They got rid of it.
I remember doing that. I was a runner for someone once in a match.
Yeah. But they got rid of it. Fucking got rid of that. So you have to go on regardless and hobble on and whatever. If you're injured, you still carry on, or you don't, or you just retire and then that's it. But
yeah, okay. I mean, I'll give him a pass then for the 5th test, but the rest of it was a shit show. That is not captain scores, is it?
One big innings of 83. Yeah. Which one big innings of 83.
Yeah.
How can he really have the nerve to go on and say about what he was saying, especially about the has-beens and everything? He's no fucking Ian Botham, is he? Let's be honest.
No, well, Ian Botham ripped him to shreds over it.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
And he was going on about the preparation and whatnot, and he said, well, I suggest that you do need to have done it. They were shit. Like,
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? They didn't look like anywhere near prepared enough, did they?
No.
And then Michael Vaughan ripped into him about it as well. The great Michael Vaughan, probably one of the greatest cricketers ever to play for England, and said, no one's going to tell me that team's properly prepared. And I agree with him. Anyone with any fucking sense would. We know there's one clown out there who wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make this stream better.
Yeah, we won't go into it talking about him, mate. No. We forget about that prick. But anyway, yeah. So to Jeffrey, yeah, what about that? Has-beens like me do not enjoy criticising England, but they are wasting their talent. Exactly, 100%, Jeffrey. Totally agree with you there, my friend. Amazing. And the guy knows what he's talking about. He fucking does.
Well, he says it there, doesn't he? When the situation... Well, can you put that back on, please, Steve? Is that right? Yeah, he goes...
Yeah, but I can't actually...
Here we go. I just want to read that bit out. It says, when the situation calls for a touch of caution or common sense, team go for glory and do not grasp what is required at pivotal moments.
Yeah.
And I agree with him. I don't know what you think. I think he's...
I do.
I
totally.
Think he's onto something there.
Yeah, buddy. I tell you, he fucking knows it. He knows his stuff, and he was a great player, amazing player. You know, people going about how long he took at the crease, getting all these runs, but so fucking what? So fucking what? But, you know, you stay there, be gritty, be determined. Do not give your wicket away. And he never did that, Jeffrey. So,
I mean, some of those tests when England really under the cosh, that's what they should have done. Yeah. And when it was clear they couldn't win, they should have just fucking tried to play for a draw and not got out. Do you know what I mean? At least they would have got a draw out of it.
Well, yeah, exactly. And totally agree with this as well. Bazball has failed and Brendan McCullum must go. Hubris has taken over from common sense in this England team, and the head coach has to go after Ash's debacle. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I do, mate, because this whole last 3 years was sold to us on the basis of that we're bringing in this new style so that when we go to Australia, we can go and compete and be successful. Well, it's been an unmitigated disaster, mate.
Yeah, exactly. It has. And yeah, he's totally fucking right, 100% right. And
but, Steve, I don't think it's all about Bazball, right? It's not helping, but the lack of preparation, the mentality of these players.
Yeah.
Do they actually want to play cricket for England, or are they there for the jolly up?
Exactly. I mean, it makes you wonder. I mean, look, you know, we're going on about all this Bazball, and apparently they don't like that, England. They never coined that term. They never called it baseball themselves. It's what the journalists actually called it, or whatever. They called it baseball, but they never wanted it to be called that. But it worked to begin with for a little while, and it changed the way we played. And we wanted to be more entertained and excited, and not just be hanging around and nudging ones and twos and things like that, and just trying to hang around and be defensive. But then, I mean, it does call for that at times. You just cannot go hell for leather every fucking time. You just can't do that.
No,
especially in Australia. You're
no,
going to get found
going
out.
to play, I don't know, in football, it'd be like going to play against fucking Argentina with two at the back.
Yeah.
In football. You're just like fucking asking for trouble. Do you know what I mean? And like, it's just nuts, mate. It really is. And I think it's a lot of it's about coaching. This young laddie that got in the team, that came in and scored like in the last test that finished this morning. Was it this morning or yesterday? I can't remember now.
Well, this morning, really, mate. Yeah, it was this morning.
He got, what was it, 154, something like that?
154, yeah. He's made
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
But he needs, for me, if I was like involved with the coaching team, I'd be doing all I could to get Kevin Peterson to come and work with that young boy.
Yeah.
Do you know? Can you imagine, like, if he was working with Peterson, what like Peterson could turn him into?
Exactly. I mean, the guy who's more known for the white ball, playing T20s. What's it called? The 50 overs, or the what do you call it? The county ones. It was more. He's not known for the red ball exactly, and he comes in here and smashes 154 in an Ashes at 22 years old. I mean, he was brought up in Caribbean, so you can hear that in his voice at times. You can hear that Caribbean. You can hear that when he's talking, because he's brought up in like Barbados or something or other. And he actually met Joe Root when he was a little boy. Not Joe Root was a little boy; he was a little boy.
Yeah, he was 10 years old.
And their fathers played together in a team as well. So Joe Root met him, and he knew what a talent this little boy was when he met him. How great he would be, and they put him on. Why did they not play him from the start then? If they had faith in him, they had faith in all these other players that fucking was disappointed and failed again. The Crawleys, Pope, whatever else, all failed.
Steve, that is why I want Peterson to work with him, right? Because I want him to be managed properly, right? I don't want him thrown into situations at this early age where it's going to be difficult at the moment, right? Because he needs to be nurtured and developed properly. And I don't want him fucking having to spend a lot of time around these fucking wankers that are in this team at the moment, and then poisoning his mind and him like going off like them and only plays when he fucking feels like it. Do you know what I mean? And like Peterson, I think, would turn him into a fucking monster. Do you know what I mean? Probably could end up being one of England's greatest ever batsmen. But I just think they need to manage him properly, because if Australia had their first choice at bowling attack, he could have got fucking destroyed, mate. It could have gone really badly wrong if he'd been facing Cummins and Hazelwood and fucking Lyon and fucking Stark, all them fucking four coming down the wicket at him. Mate, it could have gone really badly wrong. Do you know what I mean? And I'm glad they played him in this test, because they were like seriously depleted, and it's going to give him confidence. It is, but they need to be careful with him. Because he's only a young boy. He's what, 21, 22, something
22.
like that.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah, so just like be careful with him. Get Peterson in, because I'm telling you that I saw this video footage of Peterson the other day, and he was fucking knocking balls like about 2 miles up out of the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. I'm not joking when I say what I'm going to say next. I think he would outscore like almost all our fucking batsmen if he played in that series.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fucking outrageous what he was doing. Like every ball that come to him, bang, bang, and like the guy still got it, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, amazing. And so, I think, I knew he was quality. I'd seen him before. I see him in I think it's like maybe the 100 or the other T20s and stuff, what he was doing there. And I knew what quality he was. I didn't think he would be a test player with the red ball side, but people were saying he's got that talent, the ability to adapt to that as well, and it shows he has. Just 22 years old, and somebody was saying the other day, well, maybe he could be captain. I thought, fucking hell, what, 22? I know he's got an old head on young shoulders, but you're still very too young to be they made Harry Brook captain of the white ball team squad, and he was still young as well, and he's got a great amount of talent, Brook, but he hasn't done it either in this Ashes. He hasn't really produced it.
You've actually brought up an interesting point there, Steve. All right, we've got all these formats of cricket. All right, I think someone needs to make a decision about which one England are going to make the most important. Because for me, it has to be Test cricket. It's got to be. All these other formats are very good and all the rest of it, and exciting and whatnot. But the bread and butter has to be the Test cricket, and that has to be the number one. And I don't want to see that young boy playing 2020 ODIs all the time. I don't. I'd want him to focus on becoming a great Test player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like they've got to make a decision about which one, because I think it's too much. I think it's too much cricket. They need to if it was me, I wouldn't fucking play T20. No. I wouldn't bother with it, because I just think it's turning cricket into fucking baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people might say, oh, yeah, Warren, you're being a bit of a dinosaur. Well, I want to see the Test cricket, flourish. And I just think these players are being asked to play too much cricket.
Yeah.
And let them focus on Test cricket and let them develop their skills and talent there. Exactly. Maybe have, like they do in football, have an age-restricted team. Say them, I don't know, under 21s or something like that, where they get to learn what it's like to play in a Test before they get to, or a B team or something like that. I mean, presumably that's what the Lions is for.
Yeah. They do bring the players through on there. So a lot of them, they bring a lot of players through into the full team from the Lions at times. So I mean, he was made captain. I think he was played in that was it New Zealand one, didn't he? The tour before this, and he was made captain and everything. And I think he was on 96 there, so he could have got a century there. But he tried to smash him for 6, the bowler, and ended up being out on 96. But yeah, the thing is, he done it here. He hit the guy for 6 here. I think, was it Bo Webster? He hit for 6 to go to the 100. So, it paid off this time. But yeah, I mean, he looks a real talent. He really does, this young man. And bits and pieces, he bowls as well. He's decent with the ball. Not amazing yet. I think he's better than Will Jacks with the ball, but that's not a big surprise, is it?
One area of concern for me, though, Steve, massive concern, is the fielding.
Exactly. They didn't have a fielding coach. Did you know that?
Oh, that's fucking ridiculous.
Didn't have a fielding coach.
I heard Tuffers say this morning on the radio when I was getting washed and dressed. I was listening to it, and he was saying that England had dropped 20 catches.
Yeah,
20 catches.
It was. That's disgusting, isn't it? It's fucking terrible. You don't win games with that, do you? You don't win it.
No, you can't. It's impossible. Like, that needs to be addressed big time. And that's another reason I want McCullum to go, because I just think he's not up to the job, mate. He's not good enough. And he's arrogant, and he will not, adapt. When he sees that something's not working, he just refuses. He just battens down the hatches and just refuses to listen. And to be a good coach, whatever sport it is, you've got to be able to recognise when things aren't working and take action to rectify it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't know, Steve. I just feel that England are not utilising the knowledge and expertise of all these great ex-players properly. I mean, I know that Sir Geoffrey is too old and he probably wouldn't want to, but he's the sort of guy that I would want to be.
You'd listen to him, what he has to say, wouldn't you?
Yes.
He knows it all. He's got all that knowledge, the experience, and people go. I used to hear people saying, "Oh, he talks about himself. He mentions himself all the time about what he used to do, but he was brilliant. Why shouldn't he?"
Yeah, not only that, there's a good way to teach people, because if they respect what he's done in the game, and he said, "Well, when I was playing, this is what I used to do." Board yourself and do that yourself, you might become a better player.
Yeah, well, when I was batting, I used to put on a load of runs, and I used to this and that,
Apparently, when he first started playing, he used to harass the other batsman and saying, "What can I do to stop getting out?" And they were saying, "Well, you can't. But I don't want to get out."
No.
Do you know? And he'd be harassing people, and he'd want to be learning from them. And then you got this fucking clown that you've got on the screen at the moment saying, "Well, they're all has-beens." That really fucking riled me up, because that is smacks of arrogance.
Exactly. I agree. I totally agree.
It's like that in itself is a massive problem.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. It is. And I don't know, man. It's just it's stupid, and I think he's got to go. I mean, he said all this shit, and he can't really back it up, Stokes. I'm sorry, he just can't.
Well, those batting figures were dreadful. I don't know what his bowling figures were like.
I think he done well with the ball, to be honest. He did get a lot of wickets, and he come up when he held his hand up and come in and got the wickets when others weren't doing so well, the other bowlers. So really, I guess you got to say, he does add stuff with the ball. He's great with the ball as well, but be up to you, Ryan there. Be up, Mr. B, Beehive and Warren. Yeah, be up to you, my friend. But yeah, so yes, I guess that, but you know, with the ball, but all the time he goes over. See, the thing is, right, he overdoes it with everything he does. He tries to be come in and try and do it all himself, and that's why he's so fucked all the time. His injuries and whatever else. And don't get me wrong, he has got talent. He's a good boy, a good player. He's a very good player. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's certainly no Beaufort. He's no one of the best all-rounders in the world, like even Flintoff maybe, or other players around it, you know, who am I thinking of that's really great all-rounders? I mean, there's been so many, haven't there? Australia can have had a few, probably. New Zealand had some quality. South Africa have had a few. So, but I just think he's, you know, as good a player, and he has at times he's got us through on his own in games. If you remember, like the Ashes, was it in England when I think was it when was that one, 2019 or 18 or whatever? When he done it all on his own, basically, didn't he? Got us there on his own. Got us to a win with the bat.
Steve, if they took him out of the team,
yeah.
Say he got an injury, right? God forbid he got. I don't want to wish him any ill health or injuries or anything like that. But if he did, who would they bring in to replace him? Who would be the captain? If he couldn't play, who would be captain, do you reckon?
I would give it to Root again, but he don't want the captaincy. So, unfortunately, he won't. We won't have Joe Root as captain again. But I don't know who, mate. I ain't got a clue.
Because I don't see Joe Root as like a guy that's going to come in and start throwing teacups around and shouting and screaming. But I do think he'd be a great leader in terms of doing it by example. That's where I think he's got great leadership skills, is by going out on the pitch and leading by example. Because I get, from looking at him, he looks like a consummate professional. I don't see, I just don't know, Steve, there's something about him. I don't see him as being like a fucking party animal. And
yeah, but he isn't. He's a family man, isn't he? He lives a quiet life. You know, he will play golf and other stuff like that. But, you know, he's no party animal or anything like that, as you say. So,
but I could see him leading by example, going out on the pitch, getting a ton, 120, 130, something like that.
Well, he's a world-class player. He's one of our true world-class players we got in the team, you know, and there are some there that, you know, almost could be that, but they haven't got there yet. I like Savary Brook, of course, but he is a real big talent, a real world-class talisman of a player, and you can tell how excited they were when they get him out. The Aussies, they thought, "Oh shit! Oh, that's it. We've done it now. We've got him out."
Yeah,
but England are fucked. We've done it. You know.
What about Kung and Jofra Archer?
Yeah, Jofra Archer, he's class. I think he's brilliant. What he done with the bat as well.
And he was giving it back to the Aussies as well. That's what I liked.
Yeah, I loved it. And, you know, he's done the quick balls. He's very quick, you know, extremely quick. Over 90 odd, 94, 95 at times he can bowl up to. And, you know, he was brilliant. And I like when he was mouthing Steve Smith. I know it was too late, and Steve Smith would say, "Oh, yeah, it's too late, mate. You lost. Why are you giving me all that now, you know?" And, but, you know, I still like seeing that, you know, still give it a bit back. And, you know, even in the losing cause, you know, you can still mouth the opposition and give it up them a bit, you know. And I like that with him. I hope he stays fit, though. That's the problem, keeping him fit as well.
Mm-hmm. What about Tongue, Steve?
Oh, Tongue, I thought was brilliant as well. I don't know why he wasn't in from the start, or a lot of people were saying he knows how to get the opposition out, the tail enders out. I think what was the record for he got Steve Smith out? I think about 6 or 7 times, and that's a hard thing to do to get Steve Smith out, isn't it? When he gets going,
because he's decent. He's a draw player.
Yeah, man. But this guy, he can get him out every time he's coming to bowl. He's got him out. And that shows you, what a top bowler he is. And, I think he's got to stay there. Him and Archer now. You've got to give them a go. Bethel's definitely number 3. There's no way back to Pope, surely now. I hope not. I know those openers. I mean, I know about Duckett looked shot. He looked shot to pieces. And Crawley, they kept going with Crawley. But it didn't work out, has it? They put so much faith in them and him, and he hasn't been up to it. And him, Pope, Duckett, Smith, he's never. I kept saying, great, Jamie Smith, he's not a proper wicket keeper for a start. He might go out there and entertain, not to smash it around, but he's no wicket keeper. And I'd always have Ben Folkes in, who is a proper wicket keeper and can still bat. He's not as dynamic, I know, but he can still bat, and that's what you want. And you want a proper wicket keeper who can fucking catch and do things behind the stump.
But what about this thing that I sent you earlier about Zach Crawley?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, people going on about Zach Crawley and but he scored more runs than Duckett, Stokes, Pope and Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, mate. Yeah, and 100%. How they. I know he has failed really, but to be better than them, So, and I mean, look, there's something here I'm going to bring up here. This article, and it's from Michael Vaughan himself as well. England should stick with Crawley. Do you think that's right, though? I agree with most things with what Vaughan says, but should we stick with him?
Well, I don't really know. I have to be honest, mate. If Michael Vaughan is saying stick with Crawley, then I'd be tempted to stick with him. Because, that guy, everything he fucking says, 99% of the time, he's right. He gets proved right. So I'd be tempted. If he thinks that he should be stuck with, then I'd be tempted to agree with him. Just because the fact that he said it. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how highly I rate him and respect him, Steve. There's not many people, I have to be honest, in life that I would give that reverence to, but he's one of them. Because I know that he knows what he's talking about. He's been there. He's done it, Steve.
Yeah, exactly. He has. He's amazing. I don't care what that other fucking idiot says. I know we said we won't mention.
No, he's a fucking idiot, mate. But, he ain't got a fucking clue what he's talking about. And he's like, he doesn't know. That's the problem. He's like talking about stuff that he knows that he hasn't got a fucking clue about. He's just doing it to fucking get attention for himself.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's all it's about. It's all about him and his image and no, man, I can feel myself about to go on a massive rant about that now, but I don't.
Let's stick to ranting about England, really.
If Michael Vaughan thinks that they should stick with him, then I mean the thing is as well, he's being asked to play in a tactical system which is just fucking bonkers. I'd like to see what would happen if they were playing a proper system and with proper tactics.
Yeah.
Because it might be different, mate. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? It might be different. It might, it might work a lot better for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it must be difficult being an opening back when you've got to go out there and fucking hang around and grind people down. Because what's his face? I can't remember the guy's name now. I can see his face. He goes on a lot of these things with Tuffers and Vaughan and Alistair Cook. There's no way that Alistair Cook would have thrived under this fucking baseball malarkey.
No. But he was a great player still. Another nuggety player likes a Boycott, really, that stuck in there and got these runs slowly, but he always got them. He got a big lot of runs, substantial amount of runs, hundreds and whatever, So, and they're actually talking about him, Cookie, coming into the fold and being part of it. I think that'd be a great one. I think that'd be great.
Yes, but I want to see more of them, Steve. I don't want to see these fucking people. Mate, who is this guy they're going on about? This Sakistar, whatever his name is, that they're talking about placing McCullum. Is he any good?
Ravi Shastri. Yeah. He's ex-India cricketer, international, great player. And he's also done well as a coach. He's, I think he was one of the few that won a lot in Australia and won an Ashes there. And that's what they're talking about. And because I know you sent me that thing about that, and I said, so you said, "Oh, do you think he will be?" And then I sent back saying, "Well, there's nothing yet." And he's more interested in doing these other things like what do you call it, being an analyst or whatever, or commentator or whatever else.
But does he understand English game, Steve?
I think he's got great knowledge, great experience. I've actually got, I was going to bring that up, actually. I've got the article here somewhere. I was going to do that. Yeah, here it is. And I'll put this up here now. And, so you've got this saying here.
That bird on the top right is quite...
yeah, mate. But maybe
moving swiftly on.
I think she'd do a good job and all. Be a bit of a distraction for the players, I'm sure. But anyway, saying here why Shastri should be England's next head coach, and of course Monty Panesar was mentioning all this. He was talking about all this.
So there's another one, Monty.
Yeah.
But, what's he up to? Why? And this is another thing, like they were going on about the lack of spin today as well.
Yeah. Well, it was. I mean, we didn't have Shoaib Bashir was brought on the tour and was never played. They never played him. And then in the end, they brought in a part-time spinner all-rounder in Will Jacks. And that fucking was a shambles. That didn't work out. Because he was shit as well. And so, that didn't work. So why they've done that, I don't know. Why not? I mean, they could have had other subs. They could have brought other backup openers. They had the number 3 in the end in Bethel. So that was something. They did have a backup there. But they had nobody as a bowler, as a spinner or anything. No real backup there. And that's why they were found wanting. And they should have had more backup, And that was fucking shit. That was terrible. How they didn't have extra players, to bring in. They could have even got some from the Lions, I think. They could have brought someone in from there, maybe. But no, they didn't.
Steve, what would you do, right? It does, let's say the ECB came to you tomorrow and said, Steve, we need you to sort out English cricket. Right? What would be the first thing you would do?
Oh, fucking sack half of this lot, that's for fucking sure. Yeah, I definitely would, mate. There's only a few I'd keep there. I'd get rid of that Rob Key as well. He's not been the answer as a selector or whatever he's done there, or head of it, whatever. You've got to get somebody else. And they're on about Alex Stewart. That'd be a great one for me, Alex Stewart. I'd definitely bring him in. Definitely. Another one that knows it all, experienced player with England, been there, seen it, done it. He's got to come in. As you say, Vaughan, Cook, all bring them in. Trott, another one. They've got to come in. Whether they can bring this, I would probably give this Shastri a go. He knows what he's doing. He's one of the few that has won in Australia with a team. Won the Ashes there. He'd give a stronger mentality to the players as well. I think
they need it, don't they? I mean, for me, I'd be tempted to bring in Michael Vaughan and ask him to do a root and branch. I know I've said this root and branch thing a lot, right? But I'm a big fan of having root and branch.
Yeah.
Like investigations and bringing out an action plan for improvement, right? Because then actually you've got a blueprint about what you're going to do to move the thing forward. Because I just don't think I get the feeling it's a bit chaotic, and there's no real plan to any of this. Do you know what I mean? They just think, oh, yeah, we'll get this one in. Yeah, but what are you trying to actually achieve? Do you know what I mean? And what about the grassroots level of the game in England? Right? Because, I don't know, I just get the feeling that they're struggling to develop young players. Because you have to look, why is it that England have got such a poor record against Australia? What is it that they're doing that England aren't? Because it can't be the fact that just because they're born in Australia that they become great cricket players.
Yeah.
Well, that just makes no fucking sense to me. Right? So there must be something to do with the way they're coached or the way that sports looked at in that country that makes them be able to keep producing these world-class players. Because I get the feeling that it's more by luck than judgment in this country.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be the case.
It's a shit system over here, mate. It really is. It's shit.
Well, it needs getting rid of then, because like you shouldn't keep fucking losing. See, like Ashley series after Ashley series after Ashley series after Ashley series, getting your asses handed to you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what is going on? Do you know? Because like
you've got a lot to
6 months' time, I think I'm right in saying that they're going to New Zealand.
Yeah, I think that's in, is it June?
Or July? They've got a test series against New Zealand, right?
Yeah, that's
I've no confidence at all that they're going to win that series.
Well, I think Stokes says he wants to stay on and be captain and be in that.
Well, there you go. If nothing changes, keep doing the same things over and over and over again and expecting a different result is a definition of fucking madness. Yeah. So it will not. It's not going to change. This is what concerns me. They're not going to learn anything from that Ashes series, and if they don't, then the same fucking failings are going to keep happening again and again. And in 18 months' time, when the Aussies come over, if they got a full strength squad, they will hand out England's asses to them on a plate, and it will be a fucking 5-0 whitewash.
Yeah.
On their own pitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with Aggers here as well. All the things he's saying as well. He's totally right. He's totally right. And, no one knows what he's talking about, Aggers. So,
well, it's true.
Brilliant.
And the thing is, right, I just don't understand why it is that England have got all this great talent sitting there, like being wasted in like journalist roles or like in the media when they should be involved with like fucking running the sport.
Yeah.
The likes of, Michael Vaughan and all these other people. Why with him? Why is he not involved in running of English cricket? Why is he not heading it up?
Oh,
The man's knowledge is off the fucking scale, mate.
He should be, man. But they won't do it because they know it'd be too change it too much, and he's not a yes man again. That's the thing. It's not a yes man.
See, this just reminds me of what it was like with the English Football Association in the 70s when they had an absolute genius like Brian Clough knocking around every fucking football fan in the country in the 1970s that knew that Brian Clough was the best man for the role of England football manager, and yet they fucking never gave it to him.
Yeah.
Instead, they gave it to Ron fucking Greenwood.
Yeah.
He should have been Clough that got that job, mate.
Well, exactly. Definitely, because, he should have got it. He was fucking old big head, as they called him. He would have been fucking brilliant.
The reason they didn't give it to him was because they were shit scared of him. And I think the same's true with Michael Vaughan, unfortunately. I think they're scared of him because they know damn well that he'll come in and he'll demand that certain things change. And they don't want it to change.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is obviously more about what Monty Panesar said about Ravi Shastri. This is on Insta, of course, so more about it on there. But I think he could be right here. I really do, like what Monty's saying,
I've got the utmost respect for Monty, and if he thinks that he's worth giving a crack to, then I'd be up for it. But I want Michael Vaughan at the top of the tree. Yeah. So is anyone who's above this Brendan McCullum guy? Rob Key, isn't it?
Yeah, Rob Key, yeah.
Is there anyone above him?
It's mainly the ECB, isn't it? Above him. So
but who are these people, Steve?
Fuck knows, mate. I ain't got a fucking clue.
Because that is like, for me, these are the people they need to be gotten rid of. Because they're allowing this fucking shit show to go on and on and on. Like, they should be calling this out and calling these people into the ECB for a meeting and demanding answers to difficult questions. And if they can't give them, then they should be sacked. But the problem is, Steve, if you've got no one over these people, they're not going to sack themselves, are they?
Well,
do you know what I mean? And this is the problem. I mean, if it was down to me, I'd be looking to the Minister of Sport to say, look, you've fucking embarrassed the country. What are you doing to sort this mess out? Like, there's some country in the AFCON, right? They sacked, I think it was Gabon, right? The Minister for Sport sacked the manager. He sacked Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and like about half of the rest of the squad as well. He just fucking sacked them.
Yeah.
Because they played really poorly. They didn't win the game. I don't think they scored a goal.
Yeah, well, it's about being ruthless, isn't it? Not all of them are ruthless enough to do that. And, you know, that's where you wonder, you know, are they ruthless enough? Can they wield the axe enough and get rid of half of these, you know? And I'm not so sure at the moment. I want them to. I wish they would. I mean, because there's supposed to be an inquiry there now, isn't there? There's been a massive inquiry about it, and you know, inquest into it all, and we're going to find out if they do actually do anything, if they make any big decisions or not. Because really, I mean, to be honest, right, any self-respecting coach have fouled, they would walk, wouldn't they? If they know they'd failed horribly and miserably, can't carry on, you just walk, wouldn't you? But he's fucking McCullum, he don't want it because he don't want to walk because he knows he's waiting for a big payout. He wants a payout.
Exactly. He's probably on a big payout, and he knows if he resigns that he'll you know, he won't get a payoff. Whereas if he gets sacked, they'll have to fucking pay up his contract. Now, I don't understand this, Steve, at all, because like in most lines of in like any other industry, if you got sacked, you would if you were working on a contract, right, you wouldn't get your fucking contract paid up. You would just said, "Well, here's a month's money. You're finishing tonight." Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's how it would work. But with football and cricket, it seems to not work like that. I just don't understand why.
Yeah, well, I don't know, mate, either, to be honest. But I just think he should walk, but that ain't going to happen. So, and it looks like they're going to give him a chance, like him and probably Stokes, and Stokes is backing him, of course.
But that just sums it up, mate. And this is where I think that the fans need to like start revolting. But I don't see it happening, mate. I don't think like England cricket fans are like that. Unfortunately, I don't. I mean, I did see like murmurings of revolts with the Barmy Army in one particular match when they were singing "We're effing shit." We're effing shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, though. That's true, and they should be. Somebody said the other day they should be doing that more. They should be, you know, speaking out more and saying how bad it is and whatever.
I was talking this morning, mate, with my Aussie mate, and he said, Warren, he said, I think that they should be issuing refunds.
Well, exactly.
I fucking agree with him. Because it's not acceptable. 30,000 people travel all that way. This is the thing that fucking winds me up more than anything, Steve. All those people spend all that fucking money to go and watch that fucking absolute fucking shit show.
Yeah.
And all they care about is fucking going on the jolly up. I'm sorry, those people should have to pay for their own airfare back. Either that'll be made to fucking walk because it's not acceptable. These people have been saving up probably since the last time England went down under to go on this, and that's what they get. No, I'm sorry, man. It's just not acceptable. They don't even get an apology.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, mate.
It's not acceptable, Steve.
No.
It ain't. You cannot do that to people. Yeah, okay, they might have lost 5-0, but put up a fucking fight.
Well, 4-1.
There was one point in one of those tests when they were like fucking something like 50 for 6 or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, fucking hell.
Do
you know what I mean? Show a bit of fucking fight.
Yeah, exactly. as you say, do they want it enough? They're just happy to have a holiday and and get paid and don't give a fuck
After
about
that
it.
fucking third test, that Rob Key and that fucking Brendan McCullum should have come over to those fans, applauded them all, had a fucking microphone in their hand and said, "Listen, lads and ladies and gentlemen, we're really sorry about how this has panned out. Like we're going to try and turn it around and at least give you something to shout about in the next 2 tests. Please accept our apologies." Nothing, mate. Nothing. Not a fucking sausage.
Right.
And I think it's fucking disgraceful. They've disrespected these people. They fucking brought shame on the country, and it ain't acceptable. It is fucking disgusting.
Correct. I agree, mate. 100%. 100%. And, I would make them not pay their wages. Whatever money they get, they should pay to the fans that they've let down. They've let these fans down. They go everywhere following them, these fans, paying loads of money, barley army and everything.
Like the fans, let's be honest about it, Steve. They've been a fucking testament to the country.
Yeah.
They got a special praise wherever they've gone for clearing up after themselves and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And their behaviour and whatnot. And sadly, we can't say the same about the English football fans, but these cricket fans have been absolutely superb. And they deserve better than that, mate. It is not acceptable to treat people like that. It is a fucking shit show. And not even getting a fucking apology.
I know, mate. It's fucking
appalling. And they should be issuing refunds. Beefy said it as well. That they should be giving people refunds because it's shit. Mate, the fucking
it is. Fucking terrible. It's not good enough, and they got to change it. It's got to be changed, and I don't know whether it will though. I'm hoping.
I agree with you, mate. I'm not convinced it will because it's like turkeys voting for fucking Christmas. Well, it is. Do you know what I mean? They ain't gonna fucking sack themselves, are they?
But anyone. I think, say me or you fucked up here, right, and failed miserably, right? We would just, fall on our swords, wouldn't we, and walk. Because it weren't good enough. You didn't do a proper job. And McCullum and Stokes don't want to do that because they want to carry on. I know they're probably going to get a lot of money as well, but they just don't want to do it. They just want to carry on and fuck the fans and whatever. And we could have better people than this coming in, changing it altogether and making it better. But it won't happen. It just won't happen, and
it's just not acceptable, mate. I'm sorry.
Oh man, it's not. It's not acceptable. So unfortunately, we'll be going around on this fucking roundabout for another year or more, a few years now. It'll carry on, and we'll be going into all this yet again at some stage. We'll probably be talking about in the next Ashes when it comes around.
18 months it is, Steve.
Yeah.
And 6 months when we go to New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly. So, we can get some positives out of it. I mean, there has been some, little, but there has been some. They always say, that there is positives out of, negatives. There are some there.
Well, the thing is, the big positive for me would be that it would expose how shit the management of the ECB are.
Exactly.
If I said to you before the series started, I thought they were going to get done 5-0, right? And one of the reasons I wanted that to happen was because I hoped that it would fucking provoke a massive reaction from everyone to fucking get rid of these clowns, right? But the fact they've actually managed to win a test out there, albeit when the fucking series was done and dusted.
Dead rubber, isn't it? It's a dead rubber at the end of the day, and that's it.
Yeah,
and
exactly. It's like a meaningless in football terms. It was like a meaningless pre-season friendly. Do you know, or end of season friendly? So
it's playing for pride at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, you're still losing. You lost this whole series badly.
Yeah,
you didn't turn up. You didn't show what you were about, what you could do, and you failed miserably. And it's still a defeat. Okay, not 5-0, but 4-1 is still just as bad. It's not good. And even a 3-2 wouldn't have changed anything. Would still be as bad. Would have looked closer.
That one test victory, Steve, and they're going to go, oh, it's an improvement on the last one. That, I find it staggering, mate, because there is serious problems with English cricket, massive problems, because they can't beat India, they can't beat Australia. Who the fuck can they beat then?
They can beat the weaker teams, you'd say. The West Indies now, who are weaker now. Let's be honest, they were a great team.
Mate, to be honest with you, mate, I wouldn't trust this team to go and get a victory against Australia's fucking under-10s team. I wouldn't. And I'm not joking, mate, because I just do not think they've got the right mentality, the right tactics, the right leadership. Everything to do with that fucking team is wrong.
Yeah.
It needs fucking ripping up and starting again and get proper people in to run it. I just find it staggering that you've got the likes of Vaughan, you've got the likes of Peterson, you've got the likes of fucking Tuffers and all these other great ex-players who are involved with running English cricket.
Yeah, they're all overlooked still, aren't they? They're all overlooked, and because they do know that it's going to rock the boat. They know that, the ECB, if they get them in.
Yeah, but they're going to fucking end up winning. This is the thing. That's what I don't understand. Why do they not want to win? And I'm telling you, the reason that the bottom line, mate, is self-interest. This is what it's about. They're trying to protect their own position because they know that these people would come in and they'd expose it all, and these people would be on a really, to excuse the pun, they'd be on a fucking tricky wicket. Very tricky wicket. And they'd be in danger of fucking losing their fucking big old fat payday.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Like, these people have got to fucking go, mate.
Well,
what I'd really like to see is the fans take it into their own hands and storming that fucking members area and just fucking getting hold of these people and throwing them out over the fucking balcony.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they're holding the country back.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking outrageous, mate.
Yeah,
they need to go. The whole fucking lot of them. And the fans need to start kicking off, booing and fucking not buying the merchandise from the ECB, not fucking turning up for matches to make them fucking suffer. Because the only way they're going to get them out is by doing stuff like that.
Well, yeah. But, can you see that happening more or not?
No, I can't. Unless it gets really fucking bad and we lose a fucking test series against West Indies at home 5-0 or lose to fucking, I don't know, Sri Lanka or Ireland or someone like that. Because it's happened before, Steve.
Well, Bangladesh even. That's another
Bangladesh, any of these countries.
Yeah.
It needs to get really bad to fucking get this shower out because England ain't going to fucking win anything with these clams in charge.
Right. Well, they need to fucking kick up the arse big time. Let's be honest. And it won't happen, though. Unfortunately, it just won't happen, Warren. And I think we're going to go in with the same old shit yet again. And this lot should be out. After this, they should have immediately sacked the whole fucking lot of them. After when they knew they lost this big time, badly, they should have said, "Well, no, that's it. You're gone. Go on, pack your bags. You're out. You're gone." McCullum, Stokes.
Steve, this is why I want the Barmy Army involved with the running of it as well. I want fan involvement, right? And not just some fucking mystical fucking golden seat that got mentioned after that Super League fiasco in football. I want proper fucking involvement by the fans. I want there to be consulted and everything, because this is a shit show and it can't be allowed to go on. These people are just fucking out of touch. It's fucking based on arrogance and a fucking an opinion about England that was fucking based in the 17th, 18th centuries. Do you know what I mean? The fucking wake up and get into the real world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, fucking hell. It's embarrassing.
We moved on from those days. Let's bring ourselves up to date into the real world, into this time now. We're in now.
This is one of the reasons that they keep getting slapped. This is one of the reasons they keep getting slapped by the Aussies, because of that mentality.
I'll bet you anything.
We don't need to listen to this person or that person because they ain't fucking English. No, fucking get the best person for the job in the door and fucking sort it out and get these fucking clowns out. They ain't got a fucking clue, mate. It's bollocks. It's turning themselves into a laughing stock.
I'll bet you anything, though, buddy. I bet the Aussie women could beat the men. I bet you anything. They'd be too good for us as well. Them Aussie women, because they annihilated our women, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was it 7-0 or whatever?
There was like 20-0, wasn't it? Because when they did the series, they have all the formats all thrown in together. We didn't fucking win one single match in the whole fucking series.
That's right. I bet they'd do the same to the men. I tell you, I think they'd be just as good to beat us. And, it wouldn't surprise me. I'd like to see that and just show how bad we are, that we'd lose to their women as well.
Mate, it's a shit show. And I'm telling you, that next series against New Zealand is going to be very interesting because the Kiwis ain't no mugs, mate.
They're not. They're a very good team. They're a really good team. A great fielding side. Never give up. You see what they've done. What was it at 2019? How tight that was when we won that World Cup thing against them. That final by slightest of margin. Was it the smallest of margins? You remember that, Ian Smith? They won it by the smallest of all margins.
It was all to do with Joffrey, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, mate, and that throw, and it was the stunt run out, wasn't it? Jason Roy, and he threw it in, and Butler done it. Then he got him out, run him out at the end. But yeah, that was brilliant. I always remember that. But unfortunately, we won't have many more days like that at the moment, the way it's going. And we're going to keep getting this embarrassment every fucking time. Until it's put right, till things are changed, and I just don't know. I can't see it. I can't see it though, Warren. Will it ever happen? I mean, there's supposed to be an inquest. They're supposed to be going into this deep now, aren't they?
Do you think they will? Do you think that's actually going to happen, or do you think that's just all fucking hype and PR to make fucking ease the pressure on them? Because they look at I think they're hoping that people will look at that and think, okay, so they're gonna look into it. Fair enough, let them do it. Do you know what I mean? I just think that's fucking hogwash. I just don't. I want to see the fucking minutes of the meeting.
Mm.
That's what I want to see. And I want to see the report, and I want to see everything to do with that, because I just don't believe it's going to happen. I just think that's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I just think it's a papering over the cracks exercise to protect their own positions. I just don't think it's going to happen because, like I said to you, turkeys do not vote for Christmas, and that's what they will not vote to get rid of themselves, and that's what we're relying on in order for things to change. But I don't believe it will happen because I just do not see these people like doing anything that's going to threaten their position, and that's the problem. They've got a stranglehold over it. They're almost untouchable.
Yeah.
But this is where the Minister for Sport needs to step in.
Yeah.
Like, call them into a meeting, I don't know, number 10 or whatever, and say, well, what the fuck is actually going on? Why is it that every time that we play Australia, we get fucking shafted?
Yeah.
Why is it we can't beat India? Why is it that we're struggling to beat Pakistan, who are in a fucking almost bigger mess as what we are?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Why is it that we're not competitive at the top level of international cricket? Why is this happening? Because I'm pretty confident if we played South Africa at the moment, they'd fucking give us a good slap. Well,
they've got amazing now. They've improved leaps and bounds now, haven't they? They've won a lot of stuff lately, so they would beat us. I think the way they're going. I think they've been amazing now, South Africa. But yeah, I don't know. I can't answer that, mate. I ain't got the answers, unfortunately. If I did, I'll tell you. But
it's a rhetorical question, mate. I knew you wouldn't, because honestly, Steve, I don't think anyone's got the answers to those questions.
No.
Because the answers to it are things we don't want to hear, if I'm being honest. I just think these people are unassailable and untouchable. And this is why the Minister for Sport needs to step in. Because it's a fucking embarrassment the way that English cricket has been run. And when you get people telling you from the opposition that the Aussie fans are laughing at England, that just fucking tells its own story. And this guy, I fucking trust him. Like, if he tells me that that's what's going on, I fucking believe him. Their fucking fans were sitting in the stadium laughing.
Yeah.
Because they were saying, oh, well, look at them, they're shit. They ain't got a fucking clue what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, how many of those players do you reckon are getting that Aussie team? There ain't many,
well,
are
this
there?
is it. That's what I was going to say to you. That was the question I was going to ask you. If there was a combined 11, how many England players would get in that team?
Root. Who else? Archer.
That's it.
Archer, maybe.
Well, ahead of Cummins and all those other three. I don't think he would, mate.
If he's going purely on quick bowling as well, he should be in there because he's amazingly fast.
Mate, are you feeling all right? Are you seriously suggesting to me that Jofra Archer would get in ahead of Cummins, ahead of Lyon, ahead of fucking...
Well, Lyon's a spinner though, isn't he? So he's not... Well, he would get in as a spinner. I mean, none of our spinners would get in ahead of him. No way. There's no chance. But, you know, as part of a really fast bowling attack, of course Archer would be in it.
Mate, I'd be fucking surprised if he got in the team. I would. I just don't see it. The only one I reckon that would get in is Root. Right, the rest of them, I don't think they've got fucking bread. It's not good enough.
I mean, if that Bethel could continue the way he's playing, he would get in there as well.
He might do in a couple of years, but he's not ready,
Yeah.
Steve.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Because what I don't want to see happen, and it worries me, there's going to be so much pressure put on that young lad now because of what he's just done in the last couple of days. It could fucking destroy him. Because what should happen, he should be getting tutored properly by a fucking proper player from the past who knew how to fucking score runs, like Peterson, for example. And he should be nurtured properly and not have pressure heaped on him. He should be playing in a team where there's 2 or 3 other established players with that level of ability that he can learn from. But there isn't. And this is my big fear, that he's going to get fucking destroyed because there's too much pressure going to be heaped on him.
Yeah.
So if he was playing for Australia, they'd have they've got Head for a start and 2 or 3 others who could get in and fucking score a ton.
Well, you got your Head's a definite player opener ahead of Crawley or anyone, ahead of any of them.
Yeah.
Fuck it, because you look at what he's done at Travis Head. He smashed England everywhere, didn't he? He had no answer.
When the series started, Steve, he wasn't even considered to be opener. He was going to be number 3 or number 4, and they just pushed him up to opener.
I think they brought in that Weatherald. He was poor. He's not a good player. So you could probably have, say, Duckett or something, probably maybe ahead of him. But he wasn't great, Weatherald. He was found out. But, we've had... fucking brilliant, he was. And he has been classed for so long in the white ball game as well. He's brilliant. So, all day long, Steve Smith, you're always going to get him ahead of anyone else as well. What a great batsman he is as well. That Labuschagne, another mouthy cunt, can't stand him, but he knows what he's doing. He fucking gets runs, great fielder. Half of those are fucking great. They showed us up majorly in the field. What they've done, everything, run outs, throws, catches, everything they've done in the field was miles better than us. Because we didn't have a bowling fielding coach or whatever, and that's no good, is it?
Well, no, you can't. There's 3 aspects to the game, isn't there? Batting, fielding, and bowling. And to not have a dedicated coach for one of the 3 areas, that is just crass incompetence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just look at it. This is the Australian 11 for, I think, the 3rd test, right? No, yeah, this is the 3rd test, right?
Yeah.
And their team was Weatherald, Travis Head, Marnus Labuschagne, Cameron Green, Alex Carey, Josh Inglis, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Stark, Nathan Lyon, Scott Boland, and Usman Khawaja. Right, and then you've also got the other bowler there that would have played in that team if he'd been fit. What's his guy's name?
Hazelwood. Hazelwood?
Yeah, Hazelwood. He would have played in that team. I mean, fucking hell. It's terrifying. I just don't see.
And they were supposedly weaker, weren't they? Stuart Broad kept saying how weaker they were. Not the best Australian team he's ever played or seen or whatever. And I'm sorry, Stuart, you got that totally fucking wrong. They're still a good team. No matter what you say, there's still always going to be half of those players are still better than ours. There are some, though, that obviously that Cameron Green, I don't think much of him, or Weatherald, he was not great. But look at some of them others, that Carey, brilliant wicket keeper as well, made loads of runs, showed Smith up. As he's not a proper wicket keeper anyway. But Alex Carey was amazing behind the stumps, wasn't he? Fucking fantastic. And he got loads of runs.
This is the England team that faced him, right? Ben Duckett, Zach Crawley, Ollie Pope, Joe Root, Harry Brook, Ben Stokes, Jamie Smith, Will Jacks, Brendan Carse, Jofra Archer, and Josh Tongue.
Well, as I say, there's 3 there that have stood up, and like Tongue, Archer, Root, you would say out of those were any good. The rest, well, all fucking useless, really. So, you know, Australia are always going to be better than them, always more better players than them. They only had 2, I would say maybe 2, maybe possibly 3 weak links, Australia, and that was it. And even then, they were still better than ours. So, you know, and look at the supposedly weaker bowlers, those, but like Boland, I think he was superb, Boland.
No, he was.
Great, he was. Line and length, always on a great line and length. He never wandered away from that line and length. Unlike England, who always bowl scattergun, give you fucking freebies to hit, you know. He never did that. Even that Neeson, I think he was he's low 80s bowler. And yet he still fucking got England out. He still was too good for England.
But the thing is, what I found quite unbelievable and annoying is that a couple of times Jofra Archer was probably the second highest run scorer. Yeah. And he was like number 11.
Fucking that is embarrassing, isn't it? That he can be better than that fucking top order or middle order with the bat.
Yeah.
You know, and he's primarily a bowler.
It is nuts, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, but for him, you know, he's batting with Stokes and whatever, when he you know, he got those good partnership, we wouldn't have been nowhere. We'd have been totally demolished and annihilated without all that.
This is what I'm saying to you, mate. If they had their full strength bowling attack, I'm pretty much convinced we would have been fucking beaten by there would have been a couple of innings defeats.
Yeah, we would have been totally flat, mate. We've been fucking bad. It would have been embarrassing. It was embarrassing anyway, but it would have been even more embarrassing. A total humiliation, I think. Because
what worries me about all this, Steve, if we keep performing so poorly, right, that at some point they're going to turn around and say, look, if you're not going to offer us any sort of competition, then we're going to have to look for other opponents for this series. Like maybe play India or someone who's going to fucking give them a proper match. But the only reason I think that hasn't happened is the historical side of it.
Well, that's what it's always been about. It's England, Australia. It's been throughout the years, isn't it? You can't. That's never been changed to something else. I mean, I think India would probably give them a better game. I think they would give them a much better, closer Ashes, maybe. But unfortunately, it won't happen because it's always been between England and Australia.
After that, or they'll add another team to the tournament and make it a 3-team test series. Like a longer period of time. I don't know, mate, but I'm worried about it because I think that conversation, if we're not careful, could happen.
Yeah.
Because we're not competition for them.
No.
Do you know what I mean? They're going to probably see if it continues the way it is, they're just going to see it as like a warm up.
Yeah, I know.
It happened with the Lions, like rugby team. like about time before last when we went to New Zealand, they used it as a warm-up for their they have a competition in the Southern Hemisphere like we have here, the Six Nations. They've got a similar competition there. And they used the Lions Tour as a warm-up for that competition in their country that we were going to have in a couple of months' time.
Yeah.
I just thought that's fucking insulting. That is really bad that we're that bad that they are using this tour as a warm-up. But anyway, Steve, it is what it is. But something's got to change because this cannot be allowed to continue the way it is.
Yeah, you're right there, fella. But I just don't know what's going to happen. I can't see anything at the moment. They're going to go on about all this inquest and in-depth thing review, and we won't get any answers to it. Nobody will tell us anything. They won't come out publicly and say, "Oh well, we decided to do this. We've looked into this really hard, long and hard, and gone through everything what happened on the tour, and even before all this, what happened." And we won't get none of that. Nobody's going to come out and say, "Oh, we think it's been a terrible tour. Yes, it's been disgusting. We got to make changes. We've got to get rid of this person. We've got to get rid of this person." That won't happen, I don't think. I really don't.
No, I don't. I just think they're going to just go, well, yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but, we just want to give it another crack.
We're not better next time. This is practice. This is an eye-opener. It's an experience for us going over there. And we'll be fine next time. Don't worry, guys. We'll be perfect next time.
I can definitely hear them saying that, mate. I really can. But it's not acceptable.
Of course it fucking
It's not.
Of course it ain't. I'm not settling for it. You're not. I'm sure there's plenty of others that aren't settling for this either.
No, I said to you when I really lost the plot, them fans I feel sorry for. Spend all that money, and it would have run into thousands and thousands, possibly tens of thousands of pounds they've spent going out there to watch that absolute carnage of a performance.
Yeah, and as you say, no apologies, no nothing. Should get a refund, really, as you say.
They should. But I think he could bankrupt them. Do you know what I mean? Like people's like hotel bills, their like food, like living costs for because it finished like today, set 8th of January, but they've been out there since about end of November.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, you're talking about 6 weeks. Oh, man, it's not good enough.
The only good thing they get out of that is a good holiday in Australia, isn't it? To see the sights, how great Australia is, because it's a lovely place.
Yeah, but people ain't gone out there to see the sights.
No, it's not. No, but of course it's not. But at least they're sort of getting a bit out of it. I know they see.
Like, they can't be expected to go out there with that sort of attitude. They should be going out there with the attitude of, well, we want to see our team be competitive. It hasn't happened, mate. It's like it's been terrible. Like at one point, there was a couple of those games where at some point they were staring down the barrel of being all out for less than 100.
Yeah.
I mean, that is pitiful.
And then there are also times when England could have won the games, miles in front and dominating, and yet they still shot themselves in the fucking foot yet again and lost it. How many more times have we seen that happen when they're miles, dominating the game, in control, and yet they still find a way to fucking snatch defeat from the jaws of victory? Basically, it's just fucking terrible, man. So many fucking times that happens,
It's just not acceptable. All right. Do you know what I mean? Because you're right. At one point, I think it was when they were in Adelaide, they were 100 for 1 or something.
Yeah, and then the capitulation again. Capitulation. Yeah, again. Can't hang around. Can't tough it out with a bat. Try and keep going after them, after the bowlers. You can't go after some of these bowlers. They're too fucking good.
I know.
To keep trying to smack around Stark and so forth. You can't smack them around. They're too fucking good. And they just don't learn, mate. They was going through the same stuff every time, making the same fucking mistakes every fucking time. Not learning. You know, you've got to learn what you've done wrong before you put it right. And they just don't do it, man. And it's fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. And you know, and another thing we can talk about is when they had chance to go and play games over there, get practice for that pink ball game. You remember the pink ball game? What was it? Was that a second test?
Yeah, that was
pink ball.
That was in Adelaide, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they could have had the chance to go and play elsewhere and get ready for that and practice.
Well, they were given the opportunity to have a match at the Adelaide Oval. Right,
and turn it down.
Like India even booked the Adelaide Oval before they went out there for their test series.
Yeah.
To practice. But England, no, we don't need that. It's like, this is what I'm talking about, mate. It's fucking ridiculous. The preparation was shocking. And that in itself is a big enough reason for me to say they've got to go.
Exactly.
Without all the other nonsense that went on in that series.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope something does happen out of this, but I really can't see it. It's a shame. Because, you know, any other thing that's a total disaster, you know, people get moved on. They go out, get out of their jobs, be fired straight away.
Do you mean if you or I were in a job and we made it a biggest fuck up of it as these clowns have, our fucking feet wouldn't touch the ground, mate.
No, then we'd be fucking out, mate. We'd be gone.
Do
like that. You know,
fucking shut the door, fucking within a couple of hours.
Yeah, here's your fucking pay cut. Fuck off. Yeah. And
just
go.
Get out. Don't come back.
Yeah. I know, mate. I know. But these lot are getting it so fucking easy, and it shouldn't be like that. You know, you know, as you say, they're untouchable, and they shouldn't be.
I know. This is what makes me so angry, because for me, the whole ECB needs to be fucking liquidated, rip it up, and start again, because it's a shit show, and it has been for years. And the fact it has been like that for years and years and years tells me that they're not interested in learning and like getting better. They're just like fucking so insular and couldn't care less that they're just untouchable. And they know they're untouchable, and that's why nothing will ever change. No. So this is why I think the Minister for Sport needs to fucking take action and just fucking go in there and say, you, and you, and you, and you, and you, out.
Yeah.
Fucking sack them.
That should happen, but it's not, is it? It's not going to fucking happen. And
well, it should fucking happen, mate. Because
if me and you were part of that, we'd have them out, wouldn't we? We'd have them fucking out.
I've got fucking serious doubts about what is going on in that organisation. I wouldn't mind betting if you fucking uncovered it, there'd be some serious dodgy goings on and fucking misappropriation of funds and fucking all sorts of mayhem. But because they're completely unaccountable and untouchable, no one's ever going to find out about it.
No. No, there's a lot of like fucking, you know, underhand shit going on with it, I think.
Of course there is. Because they're untouchable and they know they are, Steve. So that's a fucking breeding ground for fucking incompetence and fucking malpractice.
Mm. Yeah.
So, do you know, I just think they need to go, mate, all of them. That's the only answer because it ain't going to change unless they do.
Mm. Well, yeah. But can we ever see? Will we ever see it happening? I really hope so. I can see a pig flying up there somewhere. It might be flying in a little while, but
well,
you never know.
Ain't flying there, mate. That's for sure. That's the only way you're going to see a fucking big pig flying over the top of it.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. But no, it's been good to talk about this anyway, Warren. I had to get this off my fucking chest, mate. I know you did and all, because it's fucking, you know, it's horrible and it's total shambles and you don't get anything really good out of it. Yes, we did won a game. We didn't lose 5-0. You've got to, I suppose there's some little positives. And there was some good players that come out of it and hold their heads up high. Like this young Bethel was brilliant. Tongue, Archer, Root again, 200s. By the way, he never gets hundreds in Australia, Joe Root. He's got 2 in this Ashes. Yeah, so stick that in your fucking pipes, Australia. He's got 2 fucking centuries there.
But the thing is,
are
these people going to get protected properly? Are they going to get developed properly? Because I've got no confidence that they will be. I mean, especially this young Bethel lad. He should be fucking he's like 22 and he's gone and scored 146 in the test match in Australia. He should be fucking like the future of English cricket and develop properly, but they're going to fucking destroy him. I've got no confidence that young lad is going to be looked after. What I can see happening is that he's going to be fucking shat on from a height, and the pressure put onto this kiddie is just going to be immense. Imagine like the fucking what's going to happen when they go to New Zealand in 6 months, right? If he doesn't perform or he has a poor series, then his confidence could get fucking ripped to pieces because he's still really young.
Yeah.
He needs to be fucking protected and his minutes managed,
exactly.
to use the term for football. It does, like, do you know what I mean? Like, build him up slowly and don't, because we've got a nasty habit of this in this country, building people up and knock them down. And I can see that happening with him. Because, like, you know, it could be another fucking Gaza or fucking, do you know what I mean? A Gaza or a Rooney, like, fucking unleashed way too fucking early, fully. And look what happened with them two.
I will say though, unlike them, he's got an old head on young shoulders. You know.
Hopefully,
he seems to be well grounded.
He's gonna fucking need it, mate. I'm telling you, because the pressure that's gonna come on that lad is gonna be immense.
I mean, he's got loads of talent. You can see he's got the talent there, and I just hope they don't destroy him and destroy his talent, as you say. So, like you say, fucking Arteta destroying Pepe or whatever, or Aubameyang, or players like that are fantastic players, and he fucking destroyed them. Tierney as well.
Yeah, well, no, Tierney's nothing. Fucking world class left back, and he fucking didn't know how to use him.
Yeah.
It really fucking angers me because he's still fucking struggling to get his form back. Do you know what I mean? And it's because he's like mentally he's not right, like because it fucked him up.
Of course it did. Yeah, everything that prick done to him, you know, was terrible at Arsenal, and He didn't deserve that. He's a fantastic player and best left back he probably had.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. I think he was at one point, and probably still is, the best left back in the world, but he's been fucking destroyed. So, Steve, though.
Yeah. Anyway, let's
get
back to this. Yeah.
Summing up, what do you want to see? 3 things to happen before.
Oh, well, we can say it all, Warren, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. I think they got to go. These lot have got to go. Stokes, McCullum. I don't want them there. I really don't want them there. And Key as well. I think rip it up, start again, basically, with the proper people, the proper experienced ex-players, like you say, the Vaughns, the Petersons, Cook they're on about. What about him? Ravi Shastri. Get it proper. Let's have a proper base and coaching and get everybody in. This proper fielding coaches, whatever, bowlers, bats. Get them up to scratch with a proper lot of people that know what they're doing and talking about. And, and get them with a proper mentality as well. That they want to play. They want to play for England. They love playing for England. They want to give their all and never say die and not throw their wickets away. Because you don't get that with some of these, do you? You don't see it with half of these players. That it's never say die. And unlike Root always tries to value his wicket. And okay, he probably weren't happy with some of those dismissals he had, where he was out fairly cheap at one stage. But, he would always want to, he'd keep his wicket intact as long as he could and make as many runs as possible and get England into a winning position. Whereas some of them, we don't give a shit. We just come in, fucking hit the ball, try and whack it everywhere, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? And that's the thing with this fucking baseball shit. They were told the one way of playing, and that was to hit, smack it, hit and be out if you have to, but go out there with a mindset of we'll go after you. We go after you before you get after us. To the bowlers and everything else, and that's found them out. And then they tried to change that style in this Ashes. They tried to change the way of playing, and they had no answer. And they were getting mixed messages. Oh, do you want us to play like this, or do you want us to play a different way? And they were saying, well, no, you still got to go out there and try and smack it. But you can't. You couldn't do that against Australia. You just can't. They're too good for that.
Yeah, no.
And, you have to change your way of playing. And they couldn't do that, half of them. Only Root could. Stokes finally decided he would do that as well. Knuckle down and try and see it through. Jacks probably, for a certain extent, did it. I think, obviously, young Bethel showed you how to play in that, the proper way, proper innings. There were some, but it wasn't good enough. Enough of them were still just giving their wickets away. Poor. And, but going back to your question, yeah, I would get rid of most of them. I would get rid of a lot of the coach, the selector, the whatever, the head honchos and what. They all should go, really, because they ain't got a fucking clue.
Because the thing is, Steve, this has been going on for years, like decades, and it hasn't been addressed.
No.
So you have to say, right, if they're not going to address it, we need to get people in that are going to address it. Like just sitting back and allowing it all to happen and not doing anything about it. It's not an option. So you have to hold those accountable. Who these people are. Who was it that appointed the person above Brendan McCullum? How did he get that job? There must have been someone above him. He just didn't go and appoint himself.
I
don't know what I mean? So those people need to go as well, whoever they are. Do you know what I mean? They need to go because they're the ones that appointed that fella who allowed all this bullshit to go on.
Yeah. And as you see, he's told them he don't want them to, they won't change him. He won't change his mentality.
Well, he needs to go then.
Well, that's fucked us right away, isn't it? If he can't change anything, why is he still there?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, so, but Steve, listen, it's 5:05, mate. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna go as well, mate. I want to get something to eat and stuff. We've gone over 2 hours, so it's been great, buddy. You know, I've enjoyed this, and great to have you on, fella. Brilliant as usual. Do you want to shout your socials out, Warren? You got anything coming up?
Yeah, well, just like I've started a new series, as you all know, probably putting football back on track. What I do in each episode is that I talk about things that I find quite irritating with football. What I would do to try and put it right. I've done one about the World Cup, which was a lot about the World Cup draw and what I think the future of the World Cup should be. And then I did one a couple of days ago about the language that's used in modern football and how it's all a load of old nonsense. And how disturbed I am by it all. So go and check that out. You can find them on my channel. Thanks for having me on, Steve. It's been an absolute pleasure. Glad that we've had the opportunity to have our say about all of this. Please make sure you go and follow Mr. B on his channel, Mr. B for Life. What's it? Mr. B for Life?
Yeah, Mr. B for Life 182.
That's it. He's on Instagram as well, so follow him on there. And come and watch some of his shows, put likes on all his videos and subscribe to him if you're new. That'd be brilliant. So
now I want to get up to the 250, guys. Come on. Get that going up again. Get to the next milestone and beyond, you know.
Exactly.
You know, sooner or later I'll be up there and I'm doing it the right way, Warren, not trying to buy these subs or.
I know, but there's a lot of people that do that, mate. I'm telling you. I found an app recently that shows you what people have bought followers or subscriptions, and all I'm going to say is it's very interesting. It's very interesting. The people that have done it, because I know who they are.
I think I could say who they are as well.
You can tell. Right? There's ways to tell, even if you haven't got access to that app. Right? You can tell. It's very easy, but I'm not going to talk about it any further. We'll leave it like that. But they know who they are. I know who they are. Because I have ways of finding out, and it says like Steve knows too. Yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks very much for all your support, and I'll pass you back to Steve.
Yeah, cheers once again for coming on, buddy. Been brilliant as usual. You're always welcome, you know that. So if you're going now, I take it you'll have a great evening and whatever. Watching Arsenal tonight against Liverpool.
Sorry, I've got better things. I've got better things to do with my time than do that, like contemplate my navel. I'm serious. I just cannot bear watching it, Steve. It just makes me feel ill.
Well, yeah, I know, mate. But, you know, a lot of people are still saying, well, Arsenal are going to win the Premier. So
I don't see it. I don't. I just don't see him doing it. Because, like, it's just like that manager, I just don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't. Like, the amount of money that he's spent, they should be decimating teams week after week, but they're not.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? I mean, You know, they've got not much better squad this time. You think they've got a lot of probably better players than they did have at one
I
stage.
don't think they have, Steve.
I don't know.
I think they've only got one world-class player, and that's William Saliba. The rest of them are fucking bang average, if you ask me.
Well, I think that Gabriel's good.
Eh?
That centre back, Gabriel and Saliba.
Yeah, them two, they're decent. I don't think Gabriel's world class, but I think Saliba is.
Oh yeah, he's fucking brilliant. What a player!
He's a fucking Rolls Royce of a footballer. Do you know what I mean? But the rest of them, no, I don't rate. I don't think they're world class. I think they're decent players, but I don't think they're world class. And certainly, attacking wise, it's a bit of an issue. We haven't got a striker that can score goals.
That fucking Gyökeres, what's he got doing there? He's shit.
Well, it's not his fault. It's the manager. He's got fucking what he is. I'm telling you, he's a defensive coach.
Yeah, exactly. He seems to play. Yeah, it's too negative. They're too boring, I think, Arsenal.
Just fucking let him off the lead. I'm telling you, if they had Don Carlo Ancelotti as manager, it'd be a completely different animal.
Oh, yeah. It would, but it's never going to happen, is it? I don't think, unfortunately.
No.
You're going to stick with Arteta fucking forever and a day.
Well, that's what I think he's looking for. I think he wants to be Arsenal's longest-serving manager. I honestly believe.
You wouldn't get a statue for him, would you? I fucking hope you wouldn't.
You wouldn't have a statue.
You wouldn't have a statue for him, would you?
No chance. No, that can't happen. That can't happen. I tell you, he should have a fucking statue. He's Martin O'Neill. He should have a fucking statue outside Celtic Park. What a fucking legend. He's come back a second time.
Yeah, but the other manager you had, he was fucking useless, wasn't he? Was that
no? Yeah, he's been linked to Man United.
Fucking hell. They want him.
He's been linked to Manchester United. I think it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, we love it, mate. We love it if he goes there. Fucking hell. Oh, man. He'd take them knocked down, I think. I think he loved that. But, you know, Emery was shit, but he's even worse, isn't he? So this bloke. Fucking hell. You was doing really badly with him.
But this is what I don't understand. Why did they sack Emery? He was like starting to turn it round. Do you know what I mean? They were like starting to perform. They got themselves up to fifth because at one point they were looking like they were going to get relegated.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you love that. They got relegated.
Oh, mate, it'd be like Christmas and Easter all at once.
Well, you might remember when they got relegated in the 70s, wouldn't you? Did you remember that?
No, I don't remember it. I was too young.
Oh yeah, you were still too young, yeah. Because I heard about it, and I never, because I was born in '74, of course, so I didn't know then either. But yeah, and they would have had a hell of a team back then, probably as well in the '70s. So, but yeah, it's always great when a team like that goes down. But we hope it does. You know, that'd be great if they did get relegated. We'd all have a celebration.
Them, Steve. I just think I just can't stand like the way that person transformed that team when he came in as manager. And I'm not talking in a positive way. All the cheating and intimidation, referees, and all the rest of it, like the overly aggressive tactics and like fouling. And I'm talking about when I say aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, he never done things the right way. It was always Fergie. It was always Fergie's way, wasn't it, or the highway, really, when it was come to that. And
he intimidated referees and
the
FA and stuff like that. And Alan Green was dead right what he said about him.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, mate, look, I'm going to let you go, my friend.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. That's great. I'm going to go anyway because I really want to get something to eat now, to be honest.
Yeah, so do I.
I've
But
been here
thanks for
a
having
long
me on
while.
your channel, Steve.
Yeah, no
I really
worries, mate.
enjoyed it.
Whenever you got something you want, I'll join you on your stream, whatever one you want to do. Are you gonna? You said you was gonna do. What was that one you was talking about doing? The stream.
I want to do some streams about international teams, and I want you to do. I'd like it if you could come on and talk to me about a greatest ever England team.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I'll be on. Be up for that. Yeah, whenever you want to get that.
Nearer the World Cup.
Well, that's a long way off though at the moment.
Yeah, so. I know, but before then there will be other ones I do.
Oh, definitely, sure, man. Yeah, we have to. I've got to do that non-professionals. We've got to do that again at some stage.
Yeah, it's very danger, mate. That team, they could go if they're not careful. They look like I can't say his name. Semiono or whatever his name is.
Semenyo. Yeah.
Semenyo, he could be gone. If they lose him, I think they're going to go.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love to see them go down. What they were saying about us, fuck off, you know?
Exactly.
We're above them, mate. We're fucking fifth. And where are they? Where are you?
You're fifth now, aren't you?
Where are you?
I'm up to fifth.
Yeah, mate, yeah. Who'd have thought, eh? I thought it's a fucking dream, you know? I'm going to wake up soon, but...
Europe next season, Steve?
Eh?
You'll be in European competition next year.
Oof, well, yeah, I'd love it. I'd love that, man. I mean, you know Opta, right? They've analysed it and said we could finish seventh. I wouldn't mind that, but what about if we finish sixth or fifth or something, or fourth? Well,
if you finish fourth, you'd be in the Champions League, mate.
In Champions League, yeah. Man, how would we cope with Champions League? That's what I want to know.
You'd need a bigger squad. They'd have to invest quite heavily in the squad, wouldn't they? Because otherwise, it could affect your league form.
We can't get away with this club team we got at the moment, that squad in the Champions League. There's no way. So, as good as some of our players are, like Thiago, who's fucking brilliant at the moment, Sharda, and the others, Damsgaard. You know, a lot of them are playing really well at the moment. We've got a very good team there. But we haven't got...
Steve, when you're in the Champions League, you need to be playing like 3 times a week, and you'd have to rotate the squad.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we would need to buy players in, that's for sure. But when we could get the calibre of players in, I'm not so. I mean, we seem to get these gems. We always seem to get the gems in. So you never know. We're looking at this 18-year-old at the moment, young bloke, 6 foot 3 inches from Club Brugge again. We seem to get him from Club Brugge.
I think I saw him play for Bruges when they played Rangers, and I remember being pretty impressed with him. If it's the one I think it is.
Oh, it's Furo or something, I think his name is.
I don't remember his name. I just remember this lad, they had this young lad up front and he looked really a real handful. So...
Yeah, it probably is the one we're after, I would think. But, yeah, we'll wait and see on that. But anyway, Warren, I'm going to bounce. We're all going to go. I want to get something to eat. And watch that football later. See if it's any good, hopefully. Arsenal and Liverpool.
Oh,
you never know.
Well, good luck with that, mate. Thank you for having me on, Steve.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Anytime. You're always welcome. And we're going to bounce. So for the time being, guys, I'm out of here. We're out of here. Cheers, everyone.
Take care. Bye. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.